skill level, I wasn't there. You know, like I had a good eye, but like it wasn't developed. It wasn't like super awesome stuff. But I mean, I think every person has to start somewhere. So as I got better at my craft, a lot of people came up to me and were like, "You have to charge now. Like, your work is like good enough to charge. Like, you have to. I don't know. I think like just make like at least a side hustle out of it. I don't know. Photography has also been something that has really stuck around since I've been little. I think just the process of documentation, telling people stories and connecting through them just through photos and evoking this sort of emotion or their personality is really something that I enjoy doing because in a sense it lets me kind of into their background and it lets me, I guess, kind of like expose them or expose me to their story. Do you want to try like some of the spotlights? Or not spotlights,
those ones? Yeah. I'll throw them on and you can just give me a thumbs up if you like them or not.
Sweet. Yes. There was a lot of doubt. I think as a creative, it's really easy for you to like say, I'm not good enough. It's easy for you to like compare your work to someone else's, and it's kind of cutthroat. My parents weren't 100% with it. A lot of questions came up like, are you gonna make a living out of this? Is this something you're really gonna take seriously, or are you just going to like draw and like color and like paint pictures for the rest of your life? There were so many instances like that where I just had to remind myself like, you're doing this for yourself and not to compare yourself to other people. Part of my personal brand too is just this idea of the process and bettering yourself every day with each skill that you learn through YouTube video tutorials or like asking your professors and getting constructive feedback about like what went wrong and what went right. Those are all questions that you have to ask yourself in order to be successful. You have to, you know, be constructive with yourself, and you have to say like, your work isn't there yet, but it's gonna get there. It just needs a lot more time and a lot more effort from you. Every session that I do is usually about 600 to 800 photos, and I go through all of them and kind of just like handpick them and see like which ones compositionally, lighting wise, everything like that is kind of taken into consideration. And then afterwards, the ones that I do choose, I upload onto Lightroom, and once I get to Lightroom, I just hit import, and then afterwards I kind of just go through and then I select which preset I want, and from there that's when I make the very minor adjustments, whether it be skin tone or exposure, or just messing with like the shadows of the figures and stuff, as well as like the saturation and vibrance of the photo. A lot of people want like a lot of color that really stands out and is just kind of different. Even though it's kind of been fogged up with like a lot of opinions of what it should be based on like my professors and like friends and like different like influences in my life, I think like when it comes down to it, like I just want to make really cool stuff. Like I just really want to make work that not only is intentional and like every detail of it has like a purpose and specific meaning behind it, something that is really going to speak to people in different levels, whether it be personal or whether it affects them in their business or, you know, just any of that stuff. One of the things that I really want to keep in mind, especially when I exit, to like never forget, one, where you started, and two, just really be genuine with your work and like the direction you want to take it.